much as I did have some versions,
reservations.
some reservations right at the start of it all, mate. But I think, like, as a songwriter, I know, see, the first time you ever try to write a rap song, you know very quickly how much a complicated and
absolutely,
laborious process it is, mate. I mean, like, if you take even just into like the logistics of like writing lyrics, I'll write that amount of lyrics, and that'll be my whole tune. Whereas that'll be one verse in a rap song, and that's an intense amount of work, you know, like you need to put into it. So
you're figuring out verses and choruses. And like, I used to always hear people in the early days, a 16 this, a 16, and I'm like, what the fuck's a 16? Turns out it's a standard verse for a rap song. If you're like, I don't know.
It's that standard in normal music too. Usually, I'm assuming they'll be talking about 16 bars.
That's exactly what they're talking about.
That's a fairly normal thing to come across in normal songwriting.
Like, it's a process, but a process that, as you know yourself, when you fucking fall in love with something, because you do fall in love with it. I certainly did anyway. It's not as if, oh fuck, I need to learn this. It's like, I want to learn this. Do you know what I mean? And so I learned how to kind of structure songs that with verses and choruses and stuff like that. And
no, man, that's exactly it, man. And so like way like Stevie, yourself, and a couple of guys for Glasgow. I think the first guy I tuned into a YouTube video by Moggs. And that was
shout out Mog, man. This fucking dude cunt's one of the best lyricists that's ever graced this fucking planet.
For sure, mate. For sure,
all
man.
kinds of music, all fucking sorts.
Like it really made me understand and appreciate a wee bit that it wasn't this division about this kind of music and this kind of music, mate. And, like, no, even that doesn't shy away from his accent in any way, shape, or form.
Embraces it.
I think
and that probably helped me do it as well, because when I was looking at somebody like that, I'm like, here's a guy kind of sounds the same as me, obviously, for the same kind of background, same kind of stories. This guy's talk about him, incredibly intelligent. You can just tell, like, if you hear that accent and go, nah, no, for me, you're fucking doing yourself a misservice.
Totally, mate.
Because if you actually, like, again, just talk about Moggy, this guy, like, a chance, man, I'm unbelievable.
Oh, totally.
I mean, see when you listen to his storytelling, his lyricism, just.
And his musical creativity, like,
mate,
I don't know.
He's been in bands of that now.
Totally, mate. That's
so,
what I was going to say. I did find some live band stuff on that online as well.
Even just from
Brilliant.
a rapping perspective, mate, he was a massive influence to me, man. A massive influence. And it what probably stood out to me the most was like, but just being totally honest, when you hear somebody with a quote unquote Neddy accent or a hingy accent, you probably do what we all do and kind of have this preconceived idea that it might not be that sharp or intelligent.
That tells you about the person, which is that's the problem with that. And then
he's actually got a lyric that says, what is it? It says again, basically something along the lines of, I give cunts amnesia the way you think cunts had amnesia the way I raised their first impression. And it's like fucking, nice. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it's so true, man. It's like, anybody that gives him a chance, I'm saying anybody I've spoke to or anybody I know gives him a chance, and possibly the same with myself to a degree in a lot of Scottish hip hop. It's like, as you said, I had my reservations to begin with, but I gave it a chance, I get into it, and next thing you know, do you know what, actually can I enjoy this?
Totally, mate. No, 100%, man. And it was, I suppose, in some ways, like, we all kind of grow up being a bit like music hipster or music snobby. And
absolutely, like, mate. We're all guilty of it.
We're all guilty of that a bit, you know what I mean? But I think for me, it really, like, it showed me, I was like, we can do this.
Aye.
And I went away, I'm like, when I hear you and Stevie and that, I get that same feeling, mate. And I'm like, wow, that's fucking quality, do you know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean, man.
So I'm sure there's people in the scene that were kind of integral to the whole thing coming about. But for me, when I heard that, dude, I was like, that's some serious music there, do you know what I mean?
I said at that point, and I said at this point, and to be fair, the last few years, I've heard some boys that have come out just in the last 3-4 years, and they're fucking tremendous.
Oh, really? Who do you think?
McCroy's one of him, he's fucking lethal. A boy called Zesh for Edinburgh's deadly. Boy Sherlock for Glasgow's lethal. I mean, mate, to be honest, I could go on a few. Mog's obviously like my fucking.
Is Mog still making music just now?
As far as I know, he is, mate.
Brilliant,
as
mate.
As I know,
that's quality.
I mean, there's quite a few cats, man, but fucking. Still to this day, I always put Mog as kind of my number one.
He's on your Mount Rushmore of Scottish hip hop, mate. Brilliant. Well, that's kind of cool, mate, because to me, I don't really have a like. as much of a dog in the fight kind of thing, but he's a pivotal figure because he helped me really appreciate it as a full-on valid musical style, and not just something that was like for English rap or English musicians or American musicians and that, you know. So that's fucking really valuable, you know. Like,
definitely.
Oh, so fair play to him, man. Fair play to him. So when when was the first opportunity to perform in front of folk, and when did you first get into the actual?
That was about 2014 as well, and it was do you know Goals in Clydebank?
Aye, they fit there. AstroTurf football parks.
A boy I know had been putting a gig on, he's like, "Do you fancy it?" And I hardly played any gigs before, man. So it was just like a hip hop crowd that was there, and I rehearsed like fuck, I always did, like, even up to my last gig, I rehearsed the shit out of my fucking gigs.
A musician has to rehearse, mate.
I rehearse it till I'm sick of it, kind of. Because it's more down to David nerves. Like, I'm that fucking nervous. I'm like, you need to know what's inside out.
Confidence comes from experience, mate. And the moment you're well practiced enough, you don't feel that nervous. You know what I mean? No, totally.
So,
totally.
But then I was away a night out the night before, man, and I was. Any cunt that knows me knows how bad my hangovers are, mate, and I was fucking burst the next day. Like, I'd rehearsed all this time, and I was just pure dust. I was like, I'm going to make a cunt of this.
It's the curse of the musician, mate.
Oh, mate, I was fucking hanging, man. So I got up to the venue, and I was like, I'm not going to drink no. As soon as I got there, I was like, geez a pint. Fucking take the edge off. And I just had a few pints, mate, to settle me down, and it kind of got delayed, and I was just getting more nervous. But in the end, I got on. Smashed the set, you know, as well as a first set could go. It fucking went well. See, I his effort tank. I was fucking walking up to cunts effort like, was that alright? Was that sound? Like, I was that fucking hanging about it. Cunts were like, you smashed it now. So that was sound, mate.
That's good, but...
And then for that just led on to different gigs, and as you say, we experienced growing. I started having a bit more swagger on stage. I started interacting with the crowd more. I started getting them involved in my set a wee bit, do you know what I mean? So that came in time as well.
Crowd play, mate, that's a big massive part of it, do you know what I mean? Like, and that's like part of the musical apprenticeship, innit? Like, as you start doing gigs and getting into it, you have to go through this whole separate learning curve. Like, how do I deal with the crowd? How do I look and smile and all that, you know what I mean?
I know, mate, I know.
Oh, that's class, mate, that's class. So what's your favourite gig? What's the gig you've done that you've had the most fun at? You've done a couple of quality support slots.
I was just going to say, mate, I've had a couple of really good gigs. I had a cracking gig at King Tut's one night. I played King Tut's and it was pretty packing, man, and it was a good performance, that, mate, but I can't lie, like, they'd put a wee, cause I was like playing, I was like backstage, and they'd like beers and all that for us, and I just fucking loved that, mate.
The rider.
I was just like, fucking the Winona. I had the rider, mate. The same thing, I went to Germany to do a gig, man. I went to Germany.
I didn't know you'd done one abroad,
mate,
brilliant, mate.
I was signed to a label, Power Cut Productions, like a label. What's that called again? Independent label, but it's Steg G and that for Power Cut. And he's like, basically, we've got a gig in Germany and I want like a few Scottish rappers here if you're up for it, kind of thing. So absolutely, mate, same game and
jump at it.
Big fucking spread and all that, kind of thing, like beers and all that. I know it's more about performance, mate, but I just like getting fucking free
mate,
shit, do you know what I mean?
Mate, it's about fucking getting into that world, mate, and getting respected for your work, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, mate,
that's
we
quality.
went out in Nuremberg, like, I fucking was paid, obviously done this live gig, beautiful city and all that, and it was just like, it was like a treat, do you know what I mean? Like, I just got a few days away, man, on a drink that. I fucking loved it.
Got to say as well, Johnny works full time.
I mean, I work full time, man.
So I like to like, you can see how you would treat it like that,
mate.
You know what I
mean?
Mate,
absolutely, mate. It was like it was brilliant, man. Probably a real standout gig for me was when I opened up for R.A. the Rugged Man in the On Moor. He's obviously quite underground hip hop, and he's got devoted fans. So I mean, I brought a squad of boys up to support us, but the place was packed out, obviously, for Rugged Man.
Aye.
But I knew they wanted to get pure hype, so I done a pure hype. I was like breakdancing and that.
Yes.
I was breakdancing on fucking stage, mate.
Fucking brilliant, mate. That's class, man.
And cunts were loving it, mate. And as I say, I was getting the crowd hyped. I was like, when I say Glass, you say go. When I say Rugged, you say man. And I were getting right into it. And cunts were loving it, mate. And I done my own version of now, that House of Pain song, Jump Around.
Aye.
So obviously,
classic,
as soon as that beat comes on,
straight away,
every cunt knows it, know what I mean? So I'm getting cunts to jump, just getting cunts to go mental. And it was just a brilliant gig, mate. And again, I got a nice wee fee for it, and the spread was on, and I'd like all the boys backstage, and they're all fucking drinking beers and doing whatever else, and this is fucking class. and obviously I was opening up for Rugged Man, which is obviously somebody I'm a fan of.
Mate, that's a big deal, man.
Came all the way from America, and it wasn't that after the gig, man, I was getting like loads of messages for cunts like that. Best support I've ever seen. Like,
brilliant, mate.
Best
that's
support
really,
I've seen in years. Fucking support was class, support was brilliant, like just hundreds of messages like that. Do you know what I mean? So I was like,
a lot of love, getting a lot of love.
That was a great thing. See, the thing is, too, I get paid in cash for the guy. I was end up smashing it. Surprise, right? And fucking, so I get my money cash, and I was like stuck it in my sock, and fucking forgot all about it. And I went down the road, and I'm like, alright, where's that dough? And I couldn't find it, mate. It was in my, I'd got my pal, he took the same. And I was like, fucking, it wasn't in my pockets. I phoned him, you need to go out and check your motor. I was out in the street checking and all that. And fucking, I just crashed out in my couch. And I'm like, great night, but I can't believe I lost that money. And I fucking got up to get a shower and get changed, and the fucking money fell out of my socks. I was like, you fucking dancer, man. Fucking yes. So that was that, mate. That was good, man.
Oh, that's brilliant, mate. That's a good highlight, man. I like it, mate. Mate, no, that's great, man. I think a really positive thing is like you get with the Scottish hip hop scene, when an artist comes in that's well known for America, that they get the support slots, which I think is brilliant,
definitely,
man. Like,
mate. That wasn't always the case, but it's been Scottish boys before me that have pushed for that. People have been fighting for shit for years. Do you know what I mean? So that's how we're in a position.
So
now.
when do you think it all kind of started? Then when did the first kind of Scottish rap tune get put out?
Mid to late 80s.
Really?
Before I was born, mate.
What?
Aye.
Wow, man.
And one of them would have been Steg G, the boy I was talking about.
He's on the radio and
he's on
show and that.
So they were floating about in the 80s doing it, mate. They were floating about in the 80s doing it, man. And before the actual rapping, there was a breakdancing element. So there was...
and even like, I know folk who have been right into the breakdancing locally, that where people would go down with a box and that in the middle of the high street.
That's
and all
right,
that,
mate, that's right. So that was a big thing in the 80s. There used to be crews that used to battle. Fate like Edinburgh and Glasgow and all that. So that was all happening in the 80s. And
man, but I did not know that, mate. You know, it's amazing to hear it's been going on that long, by the way. Just really further legitimises it if it needed it. Do you know what I mean?
It's going on for the 80s, mate. But as you know, the 80s and 90s, it was all word of mouth, and we've got internet now, so you're seeing everything that's going on. But at one time, guns were just out doing it for the love of it. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of the cats are still doing it to this day. Steg G, the freestyle master, Mr. Bose, like just mad old school cats.
No, that's quality, man.
Who've been floating about doing it since fucking 80s.
No, that is quality, man. I didn't know it had been.